A vote on whether to ban battery-powered bikes and scooters has been pushed back by the TTC board. After a long debate, the decision was deferred yesterday. Clara Pasieka joins us now from Young and College. Clara, the TTC said the ban was about safety, but there were other concerns that came up at this meeting.
That's right, Dwight. This vote was pushed back that would have banned e-bikes and e-scooters on the TTC during the wintertime, in part in order to give the Racial Equity Office time to determine possible impacts of a ban like this on marginalized communities. Those include seniors, people with disabilities, and bike couriers. And I can tell you that just here speaking with a couple of bike couriers, this isn't something that people knew was being considered. And in the meeting, it came up that this group was not consulted with, so they're taking some time to do that. But it's also not the only issue that was raised by members of the board, which does include city councillors. One of those, Councillor Josh Matlow, who had this to say.
I think it would be wrong-headed to hastily ban, even seasonally, micromobility devices that many people in our city, including gig workers, rely on to, go on the subway and then use for the last mile to either get home or do their deliveries. And they're not alone. There are a lot of people who are struggling to get around the city or afford a vehicle that they would use every day. And I just think we need to be open to supporting more ways to get around the city, including micromobility, rather than hastily banning something.
Now, another issue that's being raised is also inconsistency with the policies of other transit networks. So Metrolinx has its own policy, and you're actually allowed to bring now an e-bike onto a Metrolinx vehicle. However, it just needs to have its battery certified. So some people are saying that a policy like that, adapting a policy like Metrolinx's, would have been a more appropriate solution. People like the executive director of Cycle Toronto, Michael Longfield, who had this to say.
Somebody meets that standard with their e-bike, they get on the GO train in February, they get to Union Station, and then, they want to say go up to, Yonge and Sheppard. So they, go through Union, they have their bike, they try getting on the subway, and they're basically told that their e-bike isn't allowed. And just imagining that type of user confusion about well, why was it allowed on the GO train and why is it not allowed here? I paid a one fare here and not that piece too. And so I really recommend that this committee, and again, working with a TTC staff who I do think are trying to meaningfully help improve safety, but also sort of thinking about the bigger picture here and really sort of take this back.
Now, the reason this is being considered in the first place is over safety concerns related to these lithium-ion batteries. So this all came about because last December there was a fire on a TTC subway car because of one of these e-bikes. And this year, Toronto Fire has told us there have been 59 fires related to these e-bike batteries, one of them on a TTC. So this ban would have been in place from mid-November to mid-April annually. So now we'll just have to wait to see. Do they bring this back up for a vote, or do they consider an alternative? We'll be watching.
Thank you, Clara.